One, two, three. Sound check. Sound check. Okay, this looks good. Flight plan is submitted. And the live is running. We are in time today. Hello everybody, welcome to the live stream. I hope you're feeling good. And you're having a nice weekend. Time to relax. Time to enjoy some stuff. Time to enjoy this live stream. Today's going to be an interesting flight. We are flying the new Embraer Lineage 1000 from xCrafts. It is basically an Embraer 190, but it is a business jet. So it has all the cabin configuration of a usual business jet, but in the size of an airliner. So it's a pretty impressive piece of kit. xCrafts Marco did an amazing job modeling all the 3D models and all the stuff. So I think it will be good to showcase a little bit this airplane. Some of the functions are new, specifically the LPV capability of this airplane, and I actually prepared a small presentation about LPV approaches, which I hope you guys will enjoy, and I hope you guys will learn something new today. So yeah, we have 2 legs today to do. We are right now in Idaho Falls, so if you guys are thinking of flying with me, unfortunately the route that I posted on Discord is totally wrong. So the plan is going to be different. We are starting in Idaho Falls, flying to Rifle Airport, and from there we're going to finish in Salt Lake City. So sorry about that, I forgot completely to write the new route. Anyways, LPCB plane spotting, hello, welcome back, great to see you here. Syncrash Flyer 297, welcome to the live stream. Again, thank you very much for all your pictures that you sent me on the Discord, because I really didn't have the time to make the thumbnail and the usual community tab post. So if you guys see the pictures, those are from Syncrash Flyer. Anyways, yeah, we will be talking about what is LPV, what does that mean, what are the implications, and why is it so popular right now, why everybody wants to fly it, and what do we have like in terms of performance, winnings, losses, and whatnot. But first, I think it's a good time to start up the airplane and tell as well, Emil is going to be flying with us today, so he's going to be flying on a Citation 10 default from X-Plane 12, a very nice airplane as well. If you would like to try some business jet, definitely suggest to check that out. It is a really cool airplane with decent systems, good autopilot, and it's great. He's sitting right there behind me on the apron as well, while we are here on the Lineage. Anyways, Tomer, welcome to live stream, great to see you here. I'm gonna jump on the outside. I want to really come and climb to this airplane via the stairs, because this airplane has its own air stairs, basically like a 737, but these ones are a little bit more, should I say, complicated and a little bit more exquisite. So yeah, Marco did an amazing job. The animation is fantastic, and we are gonna climb through them inside of the cabin. Now the cabin, I'm going to do a little tour of the cabin. I didn't have the time yet 100% to look at it. I'm just going to tell that there are multiple liveries that allow you to have different type of materials inside of the cabin, and that's pretty cool. So we're just going to do a quick walkthrough and just see how it looks. I mean, honestly, the first time I ever saw like an airplane that had this type of configuration completely blew me away. It was one of the Falcons, the Salt Falcons. I think even on the last live stream we kind of spoke about it, and I even went into their website and showed you. But anyways, today we're going to be mostly pilots and a little bit teachers on my end. And also, guys, I changed my microphone because I was tired and how my microphone was working last time. Because every time basically I would start a live stream, it would either change sensitivity or something, and then it would make a little bit of weird noises, and then I had to adjust everything. So this is a new microphone. Please tell me if you can hear me fine, if there's anything, or if the sim sound is too low, something like it. I mean, right now there's not much sound going on, but please tell me. Alright, welcome to the cockpit of the Lineage 1000. There is not many differences here. The basic difference, we do have a nice sticker there, Lineage 1000E by Embraer. We do have a difference in systems because this airplane does have an extra cargo hold tank, which basically increases its range, literally doubles it, and it's really, really nice. So you can actually fly transatlantic on this airplane, which you would not be doing on the normal E190. So yeah, amazing range with this airplane, and let's get started. I think I'm a little bit thinking about 1000 things, and because of that I'm a little bit lost. So just make sure that we have the slats and flaps retracted, throttles are nice on idle, speed brakes are retracted, the engines are off, the gear lever is down, and make sure that the windshield wipers are up. So that's pretty good. We're going to come here to the tablet. The tablet was already very good, and I think it became even better right now. Because we can actually change some of the settings of the airplane right here, and this is very useful. And xCrafts have enabled a new ambient lighting system because of the dark cockpits of X-Plane. So right now I'm already running it. Just so you guys can understand, if I put it on the default, this is how it would look like with the default lighting. I mean, it doesn't look very bad, honestly, and I kind of feel like we lost all the shadows. No, the shadows are there. It's just a little bit more bright. I'm gonna leave it like that because it's a new function and you guys might enjoy looking at it. Synchronous fire, the sound is very good. Excellent, that's very nice. Alright, I'm gonna put the SATCOM on because of course this airplane does have the SATCOM. I forgot to add it. So SATCOM is on, I'm going to leave that on, the sound is all configured. We do have that beeps and we have the noise cancelling headset. I'm going to leave that off for now. We're going to check that into the flight, how that works. Cabin announcements is off. And we now have the AVITAP completely integrated, which is really cool. On the ground surfaces, I'm going to connect the GPU and we're going to power up the airplane. You can hear the GPUs pulling up. First, we're going to go battery 1, battery 2. One very, very cool thing I immediately noticed is we had that annoying chime on the start of the airplane, and it's gone. It's finally gone. It is now silent on the power up on the first 5 seconds, so that's amazing. I can still see that the flap position is wrong, but it's still something worth noticing. Dome light off, no smoking on. We're gonna check the passenger side. Correction, the emergency light, so it is on now. I'm going to switch it off to armed mode, and here comes the caution, it is now correct. And nav light is on, so I'm going to put GPU in use, and just make sure that all this stuff is on. In this case I'm going to switch the pack 1 off and let the cabin packs to the flight attendant, or just to the cabin, so the guys on the back can actually change the temperature accordingly. LPCB Plane Spotting. Vamos ter finalmente a nova ampliação da placa e vamos ter também finalmente as luzes de pista. Isso é fenomenal. That's great news. Basically, LPCB Plane Spotting just told me that my home aerodrome is going to have an expansion, a ramp expansion, and runway lights are going to be installed, so that's pretty good. Alright, the IRSs are aligned, steering off, flight control test in progress, and auto brake should go to RTO. We can see that the flight controls are doing the tests and all that stuff. That's pretty decent. We do have the AC GPU connected, so that's good. ECS and TI is all good. I'm going to leave that on status. And I'm going to go here through weight and balance. And I could request the company load sheet through SimBrief, but I want to do this by my own, kinda. So I know we have a block fuel of 4,028 kilos, and our payload is 1,355. So we're gonna simulate that we are traveling with a family of a businessman. He's gonna go for a trip to somewhere to do some skiing, and let's say the family consists of 9 members. Let's give them an average weight of 80 kilos. And plus, let's call for maybe a flight attendant just to make sure they look for them. So let's do plus 70, and that's 790. Plus some baggage, let's do maybe like 100 kilos of baggage. I mean, that's 9 people, so 890 on the payload. Good. And our fuel weight, I'm going to go 4,100. Enter. I'm going to request the manual load sheet. There we go. Sounds pretty good. Dining, 1 adult, 1 child, 2 adults on the forward lounge, mid lounge, 1 adult, and aft lounge, 3 adults and 1 child. Looks perfectly good to me. I'm going to load the plane. And the plane is automatically loaded, so I'm going to go and fasten seatbelt signs because refueling is complete. Now you can see here that the extra tanks are now empty because we're not going to be using them, but we do have that option. I can actually come here to the fuel system and see the aft and forward extra fuel tanks. So it's pretty neat. You can actually do some really long flights. Anyways, Syncrush Alert 97, add a box of cookies. Oh yeah, definitely. Alright, also let me just tease you guys. I have a little presentation that I prepared here that we're going to be looking through during the cruise phase of this flight. This flight is slightly longer. It should be roughly 50 minutes, should I say. Actually, let me check what... Yeah, 50 minutes, 49 minutes, so it should give us enough time to talk about what is an LPV and what are the differences and whatnot. I kind of mentioned what is an LPV on the previous live stream when I was doing the TDS showcase, but I didn't really go deep because I wanted to show more stuff around it. So let's go just make sure we have all the information here. The weather looks to be pretty good. We do have some snow on the ground, so stuff is going to be beautiful. No significant weather, no SIGMETs. Infrared satellite looks to be about clean, so even a cloudless sky. So today we're not going to be taking full advantage of the LPV capability, but still we're going to do the approach and I will display you how it works. Alright, distance 329 miles, altitude flight level 390. The route is pretty simple. We are in Idaho Falls, as I already said. We do not have any departure procedures out of here, so what I'll do is just a straight out departure on heading and then intercept to the first waypoint, which is going to be Fresk, because the first is actually Ida, and I think that's the VOR there in Idaho Falls, exactly. And from there we're going to go straight for the approach into Rifle Garfield County, Aerodrome, and we're going to go for the RNAV GPS X-Ray runway 26, which is an LPV one, starting from KRIL waypoint. So it should be pretty good. The airfield is located between the mountains, as you can see very basically here on the chart. Should give us a nice scenic approach to try this new feature on the Embraer. So, alright, I just want to make sure I'm actually without any ATC coverage, so I don't do anything stupid. We do have some Canada stuff, but the rest looks to be good. Salt Lake City, we're going to go there later, and we have Salt Lake City ground, so we'll see how it goes. Floppo, hey, welcome to the live stream. Good to see you here. How are you? Are you having a good weekend? I hope so. Alright, let's come here to the MCDU and plan some of the stuff. I'm going to go a transponder code of, actually it's not 2000, it's going to be whatever VATSIM gave me, which is going to be 4167. Transponder is set. I'm going to set it already to TARA. That's the only 2 modes, unfortunately, that we have right now. We don't have anything like standby, altitude off, and whatnot. We only have standby and TARA. So in order to comply with that same policy, I will have to put it on TARA already. And basically, that's the only thing they gave us. Now I just want to see what's the advisory, so I'm going to put .ctaf KIDA and I should receive the CTAF, which is 118.5, so I'll just do 118.5 and set it into the COM1. That's very useful, and then I'll use 122 decimate on the standby, so this way we're going to have the Unicom for a higher level. Very good. Alright, let's go to route. This is all looking nice. Route, Kita. Now it's going to be Kilo, Romeo, India, Lima. Our call sign today is very nice. I think it complies completely with the fact that this is a business jet, but of the size of an airliner. So we're going to be Golden 1. That's going to be our call sign today. Pretty neat, I think. I'm going to activate this, and I'm going to go hit departure. Check how's the weather there in Kita. Kind of feels weird talking like this because the headset is a little bit different. So wind is 340 at 4 knots. That means I am going to go 340. I'm going to go runway 3. Runway 3 for departure, no SID. Literally, I'm going to apply, activate, and now we're going to go via. I mean, I could put there the EDA and VOR, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go for Frask. Nope, that. And from Frask it tells me Echo Kilo Romeo. I just want to confirm that that's Meeker. Echo Kilo Romeo. Activate. Arrival. I can immediately plan the arrival. We're running to 6. I think it should be fine with the weather. Yeah, wind is literally 0 in arrival, so good. Runway 26. Our nav X-ray via TrueL, and it already assumed immediately the LPV approach. It has the channel and the identifier, so that's pretty good. Hit deploy, activate, and it should clear the discontinuity, or we're going to clear that after. Let's go performance in it. A very important thing. We still have to fly this plane, and we need to check our fuel status. So we require an alternate fuel of 1.2 and a final reserve of 0.7, so that's a total of 1.9. If something goes wrong and we cannot land in rifle, if we hit 1.9 tons of fuel, I'm going to have to alternate. But alternate fuel 1,200, leave that there. Cruise altitude is going to be 390. That's set. Takeoff CG. It should be on the tablet. Yes, it is 17.1. And our zero fuel weight is on the tablet as well. It's 32,460. 32,460. I'll leave that there. That's done. We've got our profile. Hit next. I'll leave all the speeds managed. Takeoff dataset. Let's go out of here with takeoff 1. No flex, FMS takeoff, and next flaps 1. I mean, we are pretty light, right? Because this airplane has literally the same engines as the normal one, but it is not carrying 90 people, it's carrying 9 people. Oh, and Tomlinson, hey, great to see you here. How are you? And we came into the departure takeoff page, so we can calculate here on the tablet. So let's go Kita. The weight is already there. Runway 01, takeoff 1, flaps 1. The condition is dry. The wind is 340 at 4, and the temperature out here is -2. QNH is 3042. Great, I can compute this. And we've got our data V1 118, VR 126, V2 132, so this will be a very, very quick takeoff. I'm going to send this to the FMS, so I can come here to data link and load the V speeds, and they will appear loaded. Pitch trim is up 1.5, I can already set that, so it's up 2.0, let's set 1.5, that's done. And I can come here to departure limit. Let's say I want to have a thrust reduction at 1,000 feet and VNAV capture at 3,000. I'll leave that there. So that's done. Now that this is completed, I can go to flight plan Let's make sure that we have the discontinuity clear there. It's not. So I'm going to clear that from KRIL like that. Activate. Done. Very good. Flight plan is good. So I'm going to leave the flight plan on the second page. Performance data on the first. But first, I want to come here to the thrust rating, select, and change the climb to for the thrust reduction. So we can do a little bit of nice reduction here. Alright, very nice. Performance, takeoff, radio, and flight plan. Good stuff. The airplane is prepared. The Embraer is extremely easy to fly and to prepare. Very nice airplane for a turnaround. I'm going to silence here the WhatsApp. Owen Tomlinson, good, and you? I'm feeling good. I already gave a little class today. I've prepared the LPV presentation for you guys, and looking forward for this flight. So now we just have to do a couple of things. First, I want to see what's the grid minimum offered altitude where we are right now. It should be pretty high. Should be pretty high. 5979817181. So let's set 9000 initial, and I'm going to click on Toga here. So our roll, takeoff, nav is armed. Change this to FMS speed. Click on the auto throttle button. So the auto throttle is armed now. And I'm gonna sync my heading 030 initial. I could probably even arm the heading. Let's see. I guess that has to be done on a later stage. Totally fine. School time, synchronous flyer. Yep. All right, that's all done. Let's do a briefing, I think. I mean, it was kind of fast. I guess I'm not used to this airplane. So, not used to flying this airplane too much. Where's my briefing page? Are you guys ready for the briefing? This is going to be pretty straightforward, I guess. Alright, let me just change the page layout like that and do like this. Alright, departure briefing, guys. So we're flying the Embraer Lineage 1000 private jet. Amazing stuff. Our call sign is going to be Golden 1. No TAMs or, well, I'm going to assume they're totally fine. For our departure, the weather is amazing. We already checked through that. The wind is calm, or pretty calm. 4 knots, not really significant. NTI should not be required, and also on this airplane, the NTI is on auto. So unless you get some pretty serious icing, there shouldn't be any need for that. Terrain radar will be on because we do have some terrain around us, and this airport is actually located quite high. Like the elevation is 4,731 there on the threshold. The field is 4,744, so it's a pretty high airfield. We are parked right here on the corporate parking on the executive. Actually right here, sorry. So we're going to have to taxi via Foxtrot down to Alpha to runway 3. We're going to use full length, even though probably don't require it, but if you pay for the runway, you use the runway. The runway is dry, the wind is light, config is going to be flaps 1 with takeoff 1, departure no flex, and our departure basically is going to be straight ahead, climbing to 1,000 feet, then a right hand turn to the first point of the route, which is going to be Bresk. Radio nav's not required, no special considerations apart from the rising terrain around us. And as for the abnormals, this is as for the Boeing, so until 80 knots we stop for any malfunction, between 80 knots and V1 only for significant malfunctions, in which case I'll call reject, throttle to idle, max reverse, let the auto brake work, and stop on the center line, apply the brake, contact the ADC or advise, in this case the traffic, that we're going to be stopping, and then call probably the cabin attendant or flight attendant. We do have one flight attendant on board today, and then assess the situation. Otherwise, we're going to continue straight ahead, continuous climbing. I do have sorry. I do have a chart here. The MSA is 9,000. I'm going to be trying to climb to 9,000 and follow the missed approach procedure, which is basically a left-hand turn to Terre, climbing and then do the RNAV GPS Yankee for an A03. And there is an LPV approach here, so we do have a big amount of precision, even though we don't really need it because it's ceiling and visibility okay. Other than that, we're not overweight. I mean, I'm pretty sure we're not overweight. Our takeoff weight is 36.8, maximum landing weight is 45.8, so no big deal. And until there are no other considerations, looks to be pretty good. Sync crash fire, maybe set the light in the cabin. Oh, I know, we're gonna look into that a little bit later, because my idea is to land, do this first flight, speak about what is LPV, and then we're gonna simulate like a longer turnaround, and I'll change the time of the day, so we're gonna catch some like late sunset, so we can actually see how is the lighting inside of the Embraer. But that's a good thing. If I do forget, please remind me. Alright, let's go. APU on. Wait for the yellow indication here on ACUS. There we go. Hold it for a little bit. 1, 2, 3, done. Very, very nice. Now the APU is starting, and this airplane has some really good sounds. I don't think you need any sound pack for it, because it really does a good job. So if you think this airplane will require a sound pack, that is not true. Pretty good. Also, if you like this livery, I posted the link in the description. Kind of like it. It's called the Black Belly. Looks really stylish, and it works for any Embraer. The guy who did it painted for the entire xCrafts family. So that's pretty cool. Alright, GPU is on. Looks like it's on. Let's compare to the systems. Electrical. Yes, it picked up the load actually, weirdly, from the GPU. So I will disconnect the GPU. And let's remove all the ground services, ground objects, GPU, and let's close the air stairs. Now, I wonder, can I actually close it from here? Yes, I can. Look at this. Look at it folding. Let me go on the outside. That's pretty cool, right? And then it goes inside the wall. And stowed. Pretty nice, right? Let's close the door. Get ready, close the cockpit door. And let's do the before start checklist to the line. Cockpit preparation flow is complete. Fuel quantity, 4,100 is on board. It was balanced. Baro is not set. We do have to set it. Let me check how is it on X-plane 3033. Set reading 4,740 within the limits. Good. Flight plan is set and checked. We can go here to the flight plan and actually check this. Oh nice, we do have a nice altitude point. And we can zoom out a little bit and scroll through the entire flight plan to make sure that everything is right. Very good. Emergency pocket brake is on. Auto brake is RTO. Fast seatbelt switch is on. And takeoff briefing is complete. So that's great. Before start checklist to the line is complete. Now we have to prepare the overhead. It's very simple. You just do sterile switch, red beacon switch, system 3A electrical pump on, pack 1 on, and that's complete. And we can do the before start checklist below the line. Takeoff data is set. Windows and doors are closed. Sterile switch is on, red beacon switch is on, hydraulic system 3A pump knob is on, steering off is displayed. And the transponder is on Alt on, code 4167. Before start checklist is complete. Very nice. It's time to start the engines. So I'll leave this on this page, and we're going to start engine number 2. Very simple. Open the cover, run, hold for a second on start, and let it go. We've got into rotation. Sync crash flyer, I'm very surprised at how fast it goes. I'm used to pressing a lot of buttons lately. You know why? Oh yeah, that Concorde is hard. Also, if you're watching and you haven't checked, we do have a Discord server where we talk all about aviation, share pictures, ideas, knowledge, and what so. There is a link in the description. You are free to join. we go, fuel flow is on, the ITT is rising, we do have some N1 rotation. Now, I'm not so sure that drop is very realistic, but that was a good start in number 2. Let's start 1. Oops. And 2 rotation. There's the fuel flow. Cooler, hey, welcome. How are you? Welcome to the live stream. Great to see you here. Are you on a train? If so, have a good trip. Oh yeah, we're gonna have the takeoff okay, now that you said it. Sync Crash Flyer. This is the takeoff okay plane. Cooler, I'm fully back in my apartment since last night. Alright, good. Man, that news that you shared about the bomb, Jesus, that's scary. Alright, good. Engines are started, they are stable, so the only thing left to do is APU off. Flaps to 1. Let's do a flight controls check. We can actually see here that the engines are powering up the airplane. Let's do full up, full down, neutral, full left, full right, neutral, rotor full left, full right, neutral. Excellent. Leave it on the status so we can actually monitor the brake temperatures. And let's do the, I think it's after start. After start checklist, APU is off, flight controls checked, V-speeds and flags. We've got V-speeds 118, 26, and 32, flaps up 179, no flex. Trims, we have centered, and pitch 1.5 up set. Slats and flaps position 1. FMA is checked. We have roll takeoff enabled, takeoff LNAV, VNAV aren't. So after start checklist is complete. Very nice, let's go lights on. Make sure it's clear on the right. I'm gonna look around me actually. Everything looks good. Brakes are released. Let's go. Now I'm still getting some stutters lately on X-Plane. Just gonna let the airplane slowly roll, just add a bit of power so we can get some momentum in order to not jet blast anybody behind it. And let's go. 118.5, yes I do remember. It's tuned. Very nice. Cooler, still thinking of the Embraer I saw landing at London City. That was a pretty neat video and a great landing, man. Those guys really know how to land that thing there. Idaho Falls region, Golden One is taxiing by Foxtrot Alpha runway 03. Idaho Falls. Look, what's that stuttering? Like, did you see that? That's X-Plane. That is X-Plane, that's extremely annoying. Here we go, looks like we're gonna be flying first. After ML. Or before. Yeah, before. It looks like he has his engine started already as well. So that's nice. Hello. Man, this livery looks really cool. Alright, it is clear from the right. And it's clear from the left. And there it goes, lagging again. This is X-Plane, sorry. There's not much I can do, unfortunately. I think it's because of my weather or something. Alright. Takeoff okay?
Takeoff okay.
Yes, it is indeed. Let's do the before takeoff checklist. The takeoff config is checked, the runway is going to be confirmed, it's the only one close here, 03. Cabin crew, let's give him a call. And brakes temperatures are within the limits, so haven't braked a lot. ACAS is checked, transponder TARA is set. Before takeoff checklist is complete, let me just put this to terrain radar before I forget. And let's get rolling. Yeah, see? See that lag? I don't know why that happens. Like, it happens every, like, minute or so. And it's extremely annoying. And I don't know what to do with it. But it's X-plane fault.
Full traffic, Silver 2, taxiing wire Foxtrot, Alpha and Alpha 6 runway 3 for departure.
Oh yeah guys, today we have cool call signs. ML has silver, got gold. We're flying some stuff. And we are approaching, let's go. Strobe on. Slowly brake. Lower that ground speed, there's the lag again. And funnel looks to be clear. Let's just check that the right side is clear as well. Yep, clear. Idaho Falls Regional, Golden 1, lining up runway 03. That turn was not very nice. Clear left, clear right, we're ready to go. No ATC lights are on. Everything is good. Are you guys ready? Let's go. Could actually follow the LNAV, looks pretty good. Do a nice lineup here. And there we go. Alright, let's go. Take off OKs in chat. This airplane has an automatic flight time clock, so we don't need to press anything. Apply forward pressure, stabilize at 40. And there's the auto throttle. Just make sure you put the throttles forward. Take off. Thrust is set. Airspeed is alive. 80 knots. There's V1. Rotate. That was a fast takeoff. Positive rate. Gear up. I'm gonna pitch to the 20 degrees because we are light. And maintain the 20 degrees here because then we're gonna have thrust reduction. LNAV is armed. Right now maintaining runway heading. There's flight level change. Thrust reduction to climb 2 correctly. Lower the nose gently. Idaho Falls region, Golden 1 is airborne, passing 6,500, last call. Oh boy, this lag is really strong. Flaps up speed. Flaps up. Autopilot on.
Full traffic, Silver 2, line up runway 3 for departure.
Anyway, we had 9,000, let's set flight level 390. Right hand turn, looks pretty good. Speed on elevator, LNAV flight level change, autopilot auto throttle. This Embraer has something that's very cool, which is something real airlines do, which is you still have on the MCP, you still have like this little lights, but they don't work, and that's an option that most airlines have. Because they want the pilots to pay attention to the FMA, because that's what commands the autopilot instead of the lights in the MCP. So it's something they do, and it's really cool that's simulated here, because sometimes you would see people actually monitoring the lights on the MCP instead of the FMA, and something can happen, and you could have a wrong indication on the MCP. Approaching 10,000 feet, lights are going to go off, and sterile switch is going to go off as well. The airplane will going to start slowly accelerate. I'm going to change to climb 1. Open the flight plan there. Away we go. Now this speed increase though is incorrect. It should just go to whatever there is, like 270 or 280.
Full traffic, silver 2 departing 3.
Pretty good views out of Idaho Falls. Silver and gold is my favorite Pokemon generation. I'm not really familiar with Pokemon, but that's pretty fun. Okay, and so we are on the route. A really nice and easy airplane to fly. So we're just going to be monitoring. I'll just do the after takeoff checklist. It's silent, but I can read through it. So landing gear is up, slats and flaps are up, ECUS is checked, APU is off and not indicated here. Barrow, so still waiting for the 18,000. Air conditioning and pressurization panel is all checked. After takeoff check is complete. It's funny that we still start engines 2 than 1 even though there's no real need to. Yeah, I think right now it's just kind of personal preference. There are some airplanes still though, I think, that have some hydraulic systems linked to one or the other engines. So depending on which engine you start first, you get certain systems alive first, if that makes any sense. 17,000, so just to show you guys, if I come here to settings and I'll just wear the noise cancelling headset, this is how it feels. Pretty standard to me.
False, silver 2.
There's 18,000 standard set. Alright, I actually probably should go a little bit faster. I mean, I'm pretty sure Emil will catch up with me, because he's going to be flying very fast. But we'll see. And it is looking beautiful on the outside. I'll just go on the outside. Careful with yours, guys. That looks pretty nice. Maybe not the best livery for this kind of snowy scenery, but it looks good. You have to admit it looks good. Let me take the noise cancelling headset. Do you guys prefer with the headset or without? Tell me please, so I'll know if I wear it or not. Also, you see this button? It's called the heading sync. It is amazing. 737, are you listening? I mean, like Garmin 1000 has it, so you don't really have to go for the Embraer to have it. Anyways, I think we're nice on the route, and we should have enough time. Or maybe we'll wait until we get into the cruise level, and then I start talking about what an LPV is. But then I kind of feel like we might have maybe not too much time. Not sure. We'll see. 6 minutes. I think I need like 15 minutes to talk about everything. So should be good. Should be good. Really snowy here. Oh, I wonder, maybe that's due to the snow plugin? Could that be due to the snow plugin? I have to try to remove it and see if I still get that lag. Maybe that's because of the snow plugin. surely does look good. And yeah, bright cockpit with bright outside. Check this out. Preferences, default. This would be the default cockpit. Yeah, there is there is a significant difference. I wonder what dynamic does. Ambient lighting updates with your location. This should improve cabin lighting and reflections. Kinda don't see a difference, so I'll just leave natural. Pretty good. Owen Tomlinson, what Snow plugin are you using? It is a plugin. It was called something accumulator. XA Snow, it's the name of the plugin. Accumulated Snow, that was the name, but something happened with the developer. And when I mean something happened, I think it's something political. And he stopped the development of the plugin, unfortunately, so he removed it. And then somebody loaded up again on the forums, but I think it's gone again. So, it's kind of sad, but the reality should be X-Plane should have this on its own. Like, we shouldn't have the need for a plugin to display snow, because the sim should do it automatically. And that's my point. So I hope they fix that in time. Anyway, we just passed flight level 310. I wonder where Emil is. I mean, on that citation, he's probably right on our tail already. He's passing flight level 250, probably already on the 260, so he is catching up fast. He's gonna get there in no time. Looks great with it. Yes, it does. I mean, I really like the way it works. It's not perfect, but it's still better, and you can have these kind of days where we have a clear sky, but still snowy region, which is totally realistic, which is not possible to have right now with default weather in X-Plane, unless you let it sit there and snow until it accumulates snow for a lot of time, but that just takes a lot of time. Pretty good. Alright, 340. The top of descent is already there. Okay, let's go. Let's actually talk a bit about what is an LPV approach. Let me get my presentation here so you guys can see it. And it is a very simple presentation. It's just to help you out a little bit, to have a visual guide. So, you guys know there are different types of approaches. A lot of it, and I mean the main idea of the approach, not considering the visual, is to have the ability to land somewhere on a bad day. So let's say it's maybe like it's cloudy, or some low ceiling, or maybe bad visibility, maybe there's fog or something. And so during the time, different type of approaches were created. Being the most basic, of course, the visual, in which, of course, you do have to have the visual conditions. So, on approaches, what you really want to have is a lower minima. And what is the minima? The minima is basically the elevation, or the height, or the altitude at which you cannot proceed a certain approach. Owen Tomlinson, I have to leave early on vacation. All good, man. Enjoy your vacation. Thanks very much for coming by. See you next week, I guess. Thank you very much. Have a great day too, man. And that was it. Now's it to go, I guess. Yep, we will be leveling off in a moment. Brazil nav, a cell. Leveling off. And your plane should accelerate to 0.79, I think. Exactly. Perfect. So, the approaches are categorized. You have two types of approaches, two main types. You have the type A, which is the non-precision approach, and you have the type B, which is the precision approach. They differ in terms of minimum. The type A, the minima is not lower than 250 feet, MDA or DA. The type B is below 250 feet. Now inside the type B, you have categories. You have category 1, Cat 2, Cat 3 Alpha, Cat 3 Bravo, Cat 3 Charlie. And it is kind of like the reference of what type of precision you have on your approach. So for today's purposes, what we really want to see is understand what Cat 1 means. And Cat 1 means is going as low as 200 feet above ground. So that's the level of precision. It has minimum RVR of 550 meters and a visibility of not lower than 800 meters. So this is like the only thing we want to really talk about today. The rest of the stuff is basically ILS territory. So we're going to leave that either for later or, I don't know, for something else. So right here I do have one of the first probably instrument approaches that was invented. It was the NDB approach, based on an NDB. The NDB is a beacon which is not very precise, and because of that, of course, you do not have the certainty or the precision to go very low. So it was one of the first and used for many time. It still is used in some places. For example, this is the chart of Embraer, which is the aerodrome where I do my flight training. And if you go here to the minimas, you can see that the straight-in minima on the NDB is 803 feet. This is AGL, so above ground level, 803 feet. So if you are used to the ILS, which is like 200 feet or less, here is 803. And there is no DME reference, there's no nothing. Basically, the descent has to be timed. So you descend, you make the procedure turn, you turn back, you start your descent through a certain time, and then you just level on the MDA, minimum descent altitude, which is 1,600 or in height 803 feet. And then you either see the runway or you have to go around. Then a newer system was invented, the VOR DME, which was slightly more precise and allowed a lower minima. We can come here to the minima and see that actually it's 1,000, it's 500 AGL, so that's a 300 feet decrease of minima comparing to the NDB. And so it already allowed a lot more precision, especially when coupled with DME. So you could actually have a read out of the distance. So that's really nice. And then we came the localizer. The localizer is a system kind of similar in interpretation to the VOR, except of the fact that it's more precise. How would you do this approach via the localizer? You would intercept the signal of the localizer, and then at a certain DME distance you would start your descent, and it would be your task to do the descent according to your ground speed and the distance. So we can actually see here that for a certain ground speed, they publish the rate of descent that you should be following in order to do the 3.1 degrees slope, which is published on this chart. And again, the minimas are more or less the same as the VOR. In this case, actually, it's even slightly higher than the previous one that I showed, 690. But again, that's not the point. Then, of course, appeared the ILS, and you guys are all familiar with the ILS. It's the most precise landing system that we have in all of them, because we actually do have vertical guidance, which is independent of the temperatures. So, and we'll see why that's important. And the minimas can go as low as no minima, basically, for the auto land. So you can actually go somewhere and land there without seeing anything. For this case, you can see here in Cat 1, the minima for Charlie is 266 feet, but on Cat 2, the minima is 133 feet. So that's pretty good. Of course, then GPS appeared and started being using every time more and more. And that was really, really cool. very useful for a lot of operations. So here I actually bring a very nice example of 2 departures. This is in London Gatwick, and this is like the current AIP charts. And this is what initially was done. So GPS was started to be used on the route, but not on the approach phase. And initially the GPS departures and approaches segments were overlaid. So in case you would have a failure of the GPS receiver, or for some reason you would lose the GPS signal, you would be able to still fly it using conventional means. So for instance, here on the left side I do have a departure using conventional means, basically a runway heading, then a left turn to this VOR, outbound radial to a certain distance, and then a left hand turn to whatever radial you want to have. So you have another VOR here, a VOR here, and a VOR here, which would allow all of this to be done correctly. Here on the right side, this is a GPS departure, an RNAV departure, which if you look closely looks exactly the same and even has the same waypoints there. But the difference is it's done by the GPS. This is what's called an overlay departure. Basically it's a GPS overlaid over the normal conventional departures. But with time and time, what really was cool was the ability to have departures that could be done however you want. For instance, this is the departure from, where is this? This is Malaga, exactly. And you can see that the GPS departures, I mean, you can create GPS waypoints anywhere. And so it is very, very flexible, very efficient, and very good for all the air traffic, which is and has been increasing constantly. So with time, the GPS precision started to increase more and more, and that's when it started to be used on approaches. That's when the first LNAV and later VNAV approaches started to appear. Basically, you would have like a normal, let's call it a VOR approach or localizer approach. That's how you do the LNAV, but you would be using the GPS, so it's exactly the same. You have a certain route, and from a certain point you do start on your own a descent. And then you cross-check according to distances from the points and from the runway if you're doing it correctly or not. You do have a certain minima, which on this case, this chart here is the LNAV minima. And if you can see, it usually is a pretty high minima. So in terms of height, is 1,356 feet above the ground. Of course, this also depends on type of terrain around you. So this is all studied and planned. And I have another example here. I have the LNAV minima and I have the LNAV VNAV minima. What's the difference? On the LNAV, you do the descent on your own, so you don't have any vertical guidance. On the LNAV and VNAV, you do have the vertical guidance. But you could say to me, like, look, there is no point or no winning in minimas. In fact, there is, because on the LNAV you use the MDA. MDA stands for minimum descent altitude, and that means that you do have to level off at 4,880 feet. You cannot go lower than that. That's very important. DA though stands for decision altitude, which means that on this altitude you have to take the decision if you continue or not your approach. And what that means is if you take the decision at this exact altitude, you will not be able to execute the go around immediately. You will still sink, I don't know, maybe 50, maybe 60, maybe 100 feet below until you actually establish a positive rate of climb. And that's why the minima is still considered to be lower in LNAV VNAV, even though the numbers are the same. So this is all pretty cool, but like on the localizer, like on the VOR approach, like on the NDB, you would have a problem. And one of the problems is the temperature, the way our atmosphere works. We have 80 miles to top of descent. So the lower the temperature, the lower vertical distance each pressure layer takes. So what that means is, you guys know we fly with the altimeter, right? And our altimeter is basically a pressure reading. So on hot days, our true altitude is actually considerably higher. But on cold days, that is the opposite. And why is this important? Well, that is important because if you do the descent just based on your position above a certain point and you use your barometric altitude, what could happen is this plane right here has the exact same altitude that he would have being right here on the green path if it had a higher, a warmer temperature. So there's actually a comparison here. This is really cool. At 8 nautical mile for a 3 degree slope, you should be at this altitude on the standard outside air temperature. So this is like normal. If this would be minus 10 degrees Celsius, your true altitude would be this high, this lower actually. If the temperature will be even lower than that, your true altitude will be constantly lower. I mean, the difference goes as 1 degree lower, 120 feet of difference. So that's pretty significant, especially considering if there are obstacles on the approach. And that's why the minimus on this type of approaches were still quite high. Now, I'm going to talk about this and don't get scared, but there is this three ideas. There's the A-bass, S-bass, and G-bass. Basically, these three things are, how should I name them? Are ways to improve your GPS navigation. The first one, the A-bass, basically is used nowadays on any kind of GPS navigation. Basically, there's two types of it, and what it does exactly is tunes in more satellites than we actually need. So you guys know we need 4 satellites to have a GPS fix. What it does exactly is it starts tuning more satellites, and it constantly compares all the information given from the satellites. So in case one of the satellites gives faulty information, therefore corrupting your GPS position, it can either predict or advise you, so it gives you a fault detection, or if it has 6 satellites tuned in, it can actually exclude the satellite, the broken satellite, the faulty satellite. So this is really good, but this is actually doesn't really solve the problem regarding the temperature. Then you have the ground-based augmentation system. Basically, it's a station that's located underground, and because it's fixed, it knows exactly where its position is. And so because of that, it communicates with the satellites, and it can sense what are the satellite errors, because due to the atmosphere, solar radiation, all that electromagnetic interference, and the ionosphere, satellite readings can have some certain small errors. And it receives signals from the satellites, it analyzes those errors, and then you on your plane can tune into that station, and because it can actually correct those errors, it constructs a glide path which looks very like an ILS, basically what you see in the cockpit, and you can go as low as a category 1. It is really cool because you just need one station which can support as I think up to 20 runways. That's why I had the question mark there, because I was not sure. I'm taking that from my head, but I'm pretty sure that's like 20 runways for one station, which is very, very a big advantage. But still, you need to have some ground installation. And on this side here, you still have the temperature problem. And that's when comes the satellite-based system, or satellite-based augmentation system. Basically, how it works. I'm going to come here closer. Oh boy, this image is totally crap on this PDF, sorry. Should be better, because it is high res on the PowerPoint. Anyways, how it works. You can basically see the normal satellites here, and then you can see a special satellite here. It's called the geostationary satellite. It's basically positioned constantly on the same spot, and it's monitored through special ground stations located somewhere like I don't know, mission center, and their only task is to monitor the satellite health and to make sure that it is giving good information. And how it works is very simple. If your airplane has the possibility of tuning in to those satellites, it can then load a specific approach that's coded inside your navigation database. And because you are using this extra satellite or extra satellites, because there are multiple of them, your GPS precision increases quite significantly. I mean, I wrote here it's basically goes to 1 to 2 meters horizontally and 3 to 5 meters vertically. This is an incredible sense of precision. And because of that, you can have a category 1 precision, so you can go as low as 200 feet down to the ground. And that's really cool because you do not need any ground installation on the aerodrome. So those mission control centers that look for the satellite health and satellite signal, whatever, they do not need to be on the aerodrome. In fact, they're like maybe 1 or 2 per satellite system, and they monitor all of them. So that's really good. You can have one system that works for the entire country for any airport if that airport has a certain procedure that's coded. So I hope you guys are understanding this and learning something. So here I got the world map. This is basically like most, or it's not by most country, but some zones in the world have their own systems. Like in the United States, it's called the World Area Augmentation System, and it works for United States, Mexico, and Canada. In Europe, there is the EGNOS. It's like European Geostationary something, Geostationary Network of Orbital Satellites or something, I'm not so sure. There is one in India, Gaggan, and there is one in Japan, MSAS. And I knew there were others in development, like in New Zealand and Australia. So basically those guys right now do not have any LPV approaches because there simply isn't any. And so yeah, this type of approach is not available on all parts of the world. That's what I wanted to say here. But it's actually good because it's getting more and more popular. And you guys might ask me, because I forgot to tell you, like, why do we have a lower minima by using this extra GPS positioning? Well, because the glide path that it will construct will not be using the barometric altitude like it would be doing here on this kind of approach, which is the LNAV, VNAV, or whatever. It will actually use your GPS altitude and construct the glide path using the GPS altitude. So it's like having a localizer signal, which is independent of weather, temperature, whatnot, and it works regardless of that, and that's why you have the extra precision. And I'm almost on the top of descent, so let's just lower the altitude here to something like 10,000 to start with, or I could just go here and check the chart. I have to be above 250, 12, 10.3, let's go 10.3. There we go, and I hope it will start the descent. Sync the heading, I'm going to use auto brake medium, and then I'll see the rest of the stuff. Alright, let's just continue. I'm almost finishing. So because it constructs that 3D geometric glide path, that's why you have the extra precision and you are not dependent on temperatures. Because actually, if you come here, and I forgot to mention this, if we come here to this GPS LNAV VNAV only, so it's using barometric altitude, you can see for uncompensated baro VNAV systems, LNAV VNAV not available below minus 30 degrees or above 54 degrees. So you would not be even able to do this kind of approach on cold days. So like places like Alaska or something else would not be, there we go, path is enabled, it started descent, would not be benefiting from the system. And that's kind of like the whole point of this, right? You don't need to have anything on your airport to have a precision type of approach. That's exactly where LPV enters. And LPV can be LPV, which stands for Localizer Performance with Vertical Guidance, or just localizer performance like we have on the first chart here. And because of that, of course, the minimas are going to be higher, because essentially this is behaving like a localizer on an ILS. It's still better than the LNAV, as you can see here, because the precision of the signal is going to be better, but they are not going to be as low as the LPV. And even here, we're going to be doing both of these approaches here. This is the Rifle Garfield County, which is exactly where we are flying right now. We're flying to XCrafts, where we have to cross below 250 knots. Sido, Downey, above 12.2, and Wookley, which is the final approach fix, from where we start our approach. Alright, and we're going to be doing this, the Salt Lake City approach again, and here you can actually see that the LPV decision altitude is 200 feet above the ground. So that's pretty cool. I think this is it. This is what LPV stands for, and this is what is LPV. Not all airplanes do LPV, so even if you have a GPS, that doesn't mean you can do it. But other than that, this is pretty cool. So yeah, thank you for listening to my presentation. Fly safe. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this. We are a little bit behind the airplane, of course, but I felt like we needed to talk about this. So let's just do a very, very simple briefing to have an idea of what to expect. Okay? Oh, oops. Arrival briefing. So far the status of the airplane looks to be absolutely fine. I want to see how's the weather in Garfield County. Garfield County. So variable 3 knots, 10 statute miles, clear skies, temperature is 3, QNH 3041, and the rest looks to be good, so the wind is good, we can use any runway, so we're going to go for that. No TAMs are going to be fine, NTI is not required, terrain radar will be on, we are already on the top of descent, and our arrival type, we kind of already briefed it, coming from the XCrafts below 250, Sido, Downey, Wookley, final approach point, a final approach fix in this case, from where we will be intercepting the glide path, which will be looking exactly like an ILS, and we're going to be doing the approach. Our minimas are 6,300 feet, which is 763 feet above the ground. Now, this is important. You guys remember that all types of approaches are studied and analyzed depending on the terrains and surrounding and missed approach gradients and climb gradients and all that stuff. So sometimes the minimus might change, and that is for a reason. Okay? Alright, very good. What else? Missed approach, climb to 14,000 directs to OMG, and on track to 35 degrees to Sawam, and on tracks to 218 to Wakpa and hold, continue climb in to hold 14,000, missed approach requires a minimum climb gradient, there we go, of 290 feet per nautical miles to 9,600 feet. So basically probably they just saw like, okay, if we put the minima lower, like 200 feet, pardon me, probably most airplanes would not be able to fly this approach in case, or actually not to fly this approach, but to fly the missed approach, and they would crash, or they would have an unsafe separation from terrain. So that's why the minimas are this high. So let's go minima. Oh boy, that's a lot of scrolling that I would have to do. I'll just set the radio then. Radio 770. Let's do 770. We know that the barrel altimeter starts working from 2,500, so that's pretty good. Alright, the next, our alternative fuel, that's pretty good, should have no problem, but if that happens, our alternate is Denver, and we need 1.9 tons to alternate. Config and distance, yeah, that's a good thing, we need to check. We use auto brake medium, let's do landing performance. Let's check this very quickly. See how's the weight of the airplane right now, 35, 120, let's do 35,000, let's go flaps 5. In case we go around, we have better climb performance. Wind is 0, temperature is 3, QNH was 3041. And I'm going to compute. Excellent, VRF 116, VAP 121. I'm going to send this to the FMS. Come here, data link, load V speeds, and I can compare the performance, landing, Speeds are here. I'm going to come here to landing in it. Second page, actually not, flap 5 here. And MPA Cat 1, that was it. Done. Very good. I'm going to leave the radio here. Forgot to change to Unicom. And actually, I want to see what's the CTAF for KRIL. It's 122.8, funnily enough. Alright, 122.8 it is then. Amazing stuff. So, other than that, exit and taxi. Let's see how that looks. We're gonna probably exit at the very end there, or on the middle. The runway should be pretty long. It's paved 7,000 feet. Pretty short taxiways, but should be fine. No special considerations, no abnormals. Brief complete, and we catched up with the plane. We just need to do some descent checklist. So approach brief is complete, minimum set, 770 on the radio. That's what checklists are for. 770 set. Landing limit is set because check fast signal switch is on. We never switched it off, so that's great. We catched up. Right, guys. I hope you enjoyed that little presentation about the LPV Approach. It was a really cool thing. So, yeah. Let's look a little bit around us. Check how's the scenery. Looks like the snow is gone, but it is looking absolutely phenomenal on the outside. Look at that. Wow, that's pretty beautiful. Alright, and also guys, remember this airport sits at 5,500 feet of elevation. So that definitely has its performance implications. Slowing down to the 50. Looking pretty good. The autopilot is doing a great job. It's like the guys at xCrafts tuned in all very nicely. It's looking good. So yeah, I'm going to try to bring up on almost any live stream a small theme about something, so you guys can learn something new. And I hope you just did. I hope you now understand what's the LPV, why is it different, why do we have a lower minima, and what does it require. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention is, you guys might have noticed that, and that might be a question for you. Any LPV type of approach has its own code. It's like the channel and the identifier. Basically what it does, it's kind of like a serial number of that approach. So make sure that you are in fact loading the correct approach, because well, you're doing something that's very precise, that's only GPS based, and you have to be 100% sure that you are doing the right thing. So that's the last thing I forgot to mention. Alright, let's fly. Looks like the snow is slowly coming back, probably. Yeah, looks like so. I wonder why. Not even slowly, it's coming back quickly. I guess depends on the region, probably. 250 knots. I feel like we kind of slowed down early, but I understand why. Emily, if you're flying behind me, maybe fly like 220. Let's see how far behind me he is. Did I disconnect? Oh, I did disconnect. I got kicked out of that sim, and I didn't notice. Alright, we have good separation. He, unlike me, does a good job separating. Please stop lagging. Oh, maybe that's VATSIM actually. Maybe that's actually VATSIM. Alright, flight level 190, let's change to 3041. There we go. A little bit of adjustment there of the path. Doing a nice descent. Wind is coming from the back, so it's actually an advantage of doing a 2.5 degrees descent, because you can actually customize the descent path on the Embraer. Will we see Yoda today? No. I'm not going to tell what that is. That's basically an Easter egg, but you really have to fiddle with the airplane to find out. That's pretty funny. So far, so good. Man, we are close to that terrain, damn. And we are at 17,000, just crossed 17,000, wow. These mountains are really high, and it doesn't feel like. Kind of makes me remember that La Paz flight on the 7-4. You guys remember that? That flight to La Paz on the 7-4, that was interesting. I mean, our true airspeed is 318 knots. I want to start to slow down, so let me take my the speed into my hands. Power to idle. And down you go to 200. Because that's the straight into final. You need to start slowing down. And the tailwind doesn't really help as well, so... Okay. Rifle guard full traffic, Golden 1, crossing KRIL at 15,000 feet inbound for the RNAV GPS X-ray runway 26. Stop lagging. What a crappy thing, man. Why they don't fix this? Oh, and there you go. We got the path realigned, and yeah, I need to press approach. And that's where we're gonna get the LPV and the glide path. Sync the heading. Flaps 1. From Wookley, we have 12.7 miles to the runway. So yeah, better start slowing down. This is a nice approach. I like this. I wanted some terrain, and basically, guys, we're doing this. There is no installation of anything on the airport. Like there is actually a localizer on this airfield and an ILS for 2.6, but we could be doing this, and I mean not exactly this, because right now we're on the normal normal GPS, but once we tune in for the LPV, that approach is done in basically out of thin air. Niels Christiansen, hey, great to see you here. How are you? Just in time for the approach. It looks quite beautiful here. It does look quite nice. Ah, there's the field. Yeah, you see, that's probably why the minimas are not 200 feet. Alright, right-hand turn. We are maintaining that. Let's go 190 on the speed. And below 10,000 sterile lights on. Below 10,000, never mind. Not below 10,000, but we are closer than 10,000 there. Now, I wonder, if I press approach now, will it switch over? Let's see. LPV, the glide path is armed. And there we go, it catches the glide path. So now we are on the LPV. You can see the identifier of the approach there. Whiskey 26 Alpha. And now we're like on an ILS made by a GPS. So I could even go and set 14,000, which is a missed approach altitude. Sync the heading. And we are 16 miles out. Let's go. Rifle Garfield County traffic. Golden One is on a 16-mile final for runway 26. I don't think there's anybody there, but still. Let's maintain 190 until we cross Wookley, and then we start slowing down. There we go, see? Changing approach phase there. Required navigation performance, looking good, 11,000. $121, let's do 122 as final approach speed. And we have 12.7 miles, so we crossed Wookley. 10 miles to go, almost 12 miles to go, sorry. Start slowing down more. We're still on flaps 1. So not much drag, let's go flaps 2. So at 8,000 I'll put the gear down. See, doesn't want to slow down a lot, but it's looking good. Road checklist is complete. Looking good. Let's go gear down. Decided to anticipate myself. Go flaps 3. Flaps 4. And we could go for flaps 5. Set speed of 123. There we go. Almost stabilized. Nah, I want to add more power, then want to go with more speed. Let's go 125. I want to keep the nose as high as that. Maybe even 126. Auto thrust is as crappy as on the real plane, the real pilots say. So, this actually happens on the real plane as well. But on the real plane you can just come in and help it out by pushing the throttles yourself. On this plane though, you cannot do that yet. Here we go, 125. That's a bit of a better. I'm basically looking... I'm basically looking at the angle of attack, which is between the nose and the path. 3 miles to go. Rival traffic, Golden One is on short final, running 26. 2 whites, 2 reds, beautifully established. And it's lagging as, I'm not going to tell what, but it's lagging as something really, really bad. I'm so sick of this X-plane, please fix this crap. It's just so stupid.
1,000.
Let's stabilize autopilot off.
Throttle.
Auto throttle off.
Throttle.
Approaching minimums. Minimums.
And we are
Minimums.
still receiving the LPV minimums. Continue the LPV guidance, like an ILS. This airplane is really nice to hand fly. Highly suggest to do so if you own it. True airspeed 138 knots.
500.
So we're actually flying basically 10 knots faster than our indicated. We do have a 3 knots tailwind though. Okay, that's not funny. Whoa, that's a valley. Stop lagging. And we're visual now.
200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
What the hell was that? What was that? And what's going on with the sound? It went all muffled. Sorry for my crappy landing. Ground spoilers are up, reverses are normal. 60 knots, reverses out.
Auto brake.
Auto brake off. Let's vacate at the very end as I predicted. That was a crappy landing. And there is a bug with the sound. That was very weird. That threw me off completely. That's a bug. Set the chrono. Ground spoilers automatically retracted on this airplane. And let's vacate here. What the hell was that landing? That was terrible. Flaps up. Start the APU. There's Emil, we can see him on the approach. Switch off the terrain radar. This is gonna go off, strobe lights off. Yeah, landing was total crap. It has to be, I mean, it's on a live stream, so. Rifle traffic, golden 1 runway 26, get it. 2, 3, good. And let's go, taxi.
Traffic Silver 2 on final runway
After
26.
landing, silent APU set on, extra lights off, MFD checked, brakes, temps looking good. Transponder, we're gonna leave that, flap up, pitch stream up to 0.0, let's slow it down. Oh god damn it. I hope Emil lands better than me. That was a really bad landing. And let's go. Park the airplane, we still have to go to Salt Lake today. So let's get the show on the road. Come on, let's go. Bit of an uphill here. APU is on, that's good. Ahatamer, okay Vlad, I'll have to go now, enjoy the rest of the stream. Thank you very much for tuning by, man. It was great to see you here. Have a good week. See you next week. It's probably pretty impressive to, I mean, the citation floats a lot, so I guess he will be fine. Come on, Emil, please grease that. Very well done, that was a brilliant landing. Really nice. Okay, while we taxi, what I'm gonna do actually is I'm just gonna prepare the sim brief for the second flight. And call sign is gonna be still Golden 1. Why not?
And rifle traffic, Silver 2, runway vacated.
Side lights off, turning into the ramp. Pretty nice taxiing. And now we gotta find a way where to park. I think this is gonna be something of a non-standard parking, so the door is on the right. The door is on the right. Let's go like this. I'm gonna turn here. I'm gonna park just right here. Like that. And stop. Brake set, light off. We got APU, we've got more than 3 minutes. Shut down the engines. And here goes again, all the same. This, and this. Done. That was simple. And set this to the RTO. And I can clear this 2000. Stand by. Very, very nice. Open the door. And I can open the main door as well. And put the air stairs away. Oh man, the sounds are really nice. There we go. Let's put the forward cargo open, ground objects. And leave it like that for now. That was pretty cool. Apart from the landing. The landing was total crap. Total crap. Okay. So to Salt Lake it is. It doesn't want to give me any kind of significant route. So squad 5 departure via squad, and that's it. So I guess we could just fly direct. I'm gonna generate the flight. And I'm gonna change the time on the sim. Hope you guys are enjoying that apart from the landing. And I'm gonna disconnect from that sim for a moment so I can file another flight plan. Oh yes, I want to change the time. Absolutely. So pre-file that sim. I just want to import the flight plan again. There we go. So we can keep our golden 1 call sign. So that's successfully done. And now I can change the time. Are we connected? Yes, we are. Where's Emil? That's him? No, that's a Learjet. That's static. Oh, there we go. There he is. Alright, neat stuff. Let's change the time. So we're gonna imagine that we're gonna be departing out of here on different time, like late sunset. Something like, that's a bit too late. Something like this. Yeah. Exactly. Alright. Oops. We are in, and let's storm lights on a little bit. Let's do weight and balance. Load the plane at new load, of course. Let's check what do we have in terms of payload and get going real fast. I can close some of the charts here that I don't need anymore. I can close this, and I can open the Salt Lake City METAR. (120) @ 4 sounds good to me. 120 @ 4. So let's plan everything quickly and get going. So what I want is, we don't have a star. I want the initial approach. I want the RNAV 16 left. How about that? Or 16 right. Let's go 16 left. Yeah, let's go 16 left. Or we have 17 as well, but I think... Do we have an LPV for 17? Yeah, we do have. We could go for 17, but I think that's way too far away. Let me open this. Or maybe if that's where the private parking is, that's where we could go. General Aviation, Utah, Nord Cargo. I'm gonna have to open this. Departure procedures. Initial approach, star hotspot. There's no map and minimums. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, so what do we have here is this, and we have this. I guess... Should we go to the general aviation parking? I don't think we would fit there. So... I'd probably go maybe here, or maybe here, somewhere. Not really a big problem. Let me actually cheat on this and go to Google. Because I'm not sure we will fit there. Because even though we are a private jet, we are the size of an airliner. There is the airport, and yeah, that's military. This is general aviation. I mean, we could fit here. Runway 17, so we can vacate at the very end and just be here, I guess. Yeah, this looks like citations. So it could take all this space. Should be pretty good. Alright, that's the plan. So we're gonna go runway 17, that's it. Simple approach. Wind was what? Wind was 120, that's 50 degrees. Looks good to me. Alright. Totally forgot. View the flight plan. Let's see, I'm gonna use the same payload we used. How much payload did we use? 890 and 3 tons of fuel. So let's go 890. 3,000. Let's go 3,100. Load the plane. Because it's loaded, I'm going to put the seatbelt sign on. And I'm not going to shut down the APU. What I'm going to do only is alternate. 400 kilos of fuel, final reserve 700, so that's 1.1. Always adding a little bit more. And I didn't receive any VATSIM message from Auto ATC. Never mind, I did. That's going to be squawk 5642. Done. Very good. And I can come here to route. I wonder why the flight plan did not reset. Interesting. MCD maintenance. Let's reset the MCDU. Yes, I want to confirm. Reset confirmed. Nice. Route. Salt Lake. Golden 1. Activate departure, runway 26 via squad 5, apply, and we're gonna fly directly to the final approach. Fix, which is gonna be, let's go to Tukte, this way we could have a little bit of space. Arrival, runway 17. That's the RNAV what? That's the RNAV Yankee. Via Tukte, LPV, that's correct, and I'm gonna hit apply. Done. Activate. I'm gonna clear the discontinuity later. Cruise for us is 360. Alternate fuel is 400. 360. Oh, weight and balance. 980, 31. 17 on the CG. And zero fuel weight 32,550. Done. Next, takeoff data set. Let's go takeoff 1. We need to get out of here nicely because there's a lot of terrain. Flaps 1. Takeoff. So quick takeoff performance. 26 dry. Wind is 0. Temp is 3. 3041. $115, $124, $130, $177. Data links, speed's loaded. Departure limit, let's do 2,500, 3,000. Sounds good. Flight plan. Next. It's actually clear, no discontinuities. Let's give it a shot. Make sure it's all looking good. Looks all good to me. Fantastic. Now I just need the squad 5. No, wait. What? There we go. Open this. Leave it here. This is gonna go here, and this is gonna go here. Brilliant. Alright. We have the APU on, so let's scroll the altitude. Let's set wherever there is written. 10,600. That's set. Hit Toga and set this to FMS speeds. Auto throttle alarmed. Very nice. Alright, AP is already started. We just need to go to the before start checklist, but first we're gonna do a very quick briefing in order to make sure we have the correct picture in mind. So are you guys ready? Let's go. Same aircraft, same call sign, Golden 1, no temps, fine weather, fantastic. And Salt Lake is actually very good as well. NTS required terrain radar will be on. Airport layout while we are sitting there on the ramp. We're going to be taxiing via one of these taxiways all the way to 26. Using full length. Departing takeoff 1. Flaps 1. Via the squad 5 departure. Basically straight ahead to... I don't know how does this... Golf November Bravo Romeo Lima, then on track 233 to year 2, then on track 218 to squad, maintain 10,600 or as assigned. I'll maintain this altitude initially. No constraints, no radio navs, no special considerations apart from being careful with the terrain. As for the normals, guys, we're going to be using the normal briefing. Just change the fact that if we're going to continue straight ahead initially, follow the star, climbing to at least 13,000, which is the MSA, and then assess the situation. Our takeoff alternate, I would prefer to go probably somewhere else than try to go here, unless, I mean, it's maybe not that bad actually, so maybe we could actually come back. We even have an ILS here. Other than that, we are not overweight, no other considerations, no lost comms. We are ready to go. Good stuff. Let's go the overheads. Sterile switch. Oh, never mind. We need to close the stairs. And also, there's a way to control the lights. I'll see how to control the lights in a bit, because I don't know how. Oh, maybe here. It looks like so. Oh yeah. Close the light. Entrance light. Ah, this is just for the entrance light. Alright, door is closed. Close the cockpit door. Let's go sterile, beacon, on and on. Are we ready? Are we ready? Yes, we are. Before start checklist, copy preparation flow completed quantity. Checked and balanced. Barrow. 3041 set flight plan check. Emergency pocket brake on. Auto brake. RTO fastest switch is on. Takeoff briefing is complete. To the line is complete. Below the line. Takeoff date is set. Windows and doors are closed. Almost. Status. Yep, everything is closed. Sterile switch is on. Red beacon switch is on. Steering, correction. Hydraulic system 3A on. Steering off. Display transponder. TARA. Before start check is complete. Time to start. Let's go electrical. Clear around us. Starting. Let's actually start number 1 first. This time, why not? Cooler was saying about starting number 1 first. I think that's a good idea. There goes N2. Let's listen to the sounds. Yeah, that looked like a pretty good start. Let's go start number 2. Crash fighters are not a penalty count for the lights. I will check that once we get climbing. Cooler, I like the new planes and let you start both at once. Oh yeah. Saves a lot of time as well. Pretty nice sounds. Let's try flaps 1. Almost doesn't have any sound, but that was a good start anyways. APU off. That is set. We need flight plan on this page, performance on this page. Takeoff pitch trim 1.3 up. Set. Let's do a quick flight control check. Pull up, pull down, neutral, full left, full right, neutral, rudder, full left, full right, neutral. That is checked. Back to the status page. And after sound check, the CPU off, flight controls check, V-speeds, flight step. We have 15, 24, 30, 77, no flex. Trims centered up 1.3. Slides and flaps position 1, FMA is checked. After start checks is complete, let's go lights on. I'm gonna go with the logo light on, and this time brakes are released. Rifle traffic, golden one is taxiing, via the main taxiway to runway 26 for departure. Garfield traffic. It is clear on the right. I think I hear Emil with his engines. Pretty good. Before I forget, let's turn on the terrain radar on. Oh, come on, don't stop. I didn't really want to add a lot of power on this one, because there is a fuel station on the back, so they don't get jet blasted, but we might have to. Okay, I can add power now. Clear on the left, clear on the right. Now we go to the right until the very end to the runway. And I hope I do a better landing. Because that one was pretty bad. Guys, it's always like that. Yesterday I did a test flight on the E190. And the landing was amazing, it was perfect. It had to be on the stream, I mean. It had to be. It's the Murphy Law. Where's Emil? Oh, there he is. He's gonna start moving as well. Alright, let's get moving as well, and almost there. Let's go to takeoff config.
Takeoff, okay.
Great. Love it. So funny. I mean, there's a bloody bed on the plane. That's impressive.
Bravo traffic, Silver 2, taxiing behind the traffic to runway 26 for departure.
Right, we are reaching the runway. Let's do a before takeoff checklist. Takeoff config is checked, runway 26 is confirmed, cabin crew is advised, and brake stamps are looking good. ECAS is checked. Before takeoff checklist is complete. Garfield traffic, golden ones line up, runway 26 for departure. Let's go with strobes on. Finals clear, left side's clear. Clear to go, lights on. Map mode on. Are you guys ready? I'm ready, let's go. Gonna line up, stop, because we're pretty high. I want to use every inch of runway available. That was a pretty decent lineup. Let's go, 40%. Stabilized. Takeoff. Brakes released. Rest set. Airspeed alive. $80 knots. Oh boy, that's a bumpy runway. There's V1. Rotate.
V2.
Pause to brake gear up. I kept the climb 1 on this, so it looks good. Maintain 20 degrees of pitch, LNAV. Flight level change. Drop the nose gently. Let the airplane accelerate. I'll keep 10 degrees now.
Bravo traffic, Silver 2, line number 26 for departure.
Bravo traffic, Golden 1 airborne passing 8,000 feet, last call. Flaps up speed, flaps up. Yeah, see how close the terrain is? Man, we are at 8,500 feet. That's pretty significant. Luckily the Embraer has no problems with power. Right hand turn. Outside view. Pretty neat. Let's go autopilot on. Lights off. And basically we are above 10,000, so logo on this off, sterile switch off. Let's go manual speed on this one, 250 for now, and keep climb. Flight level change, please. .360, that's what I want.
Arrival traffic, silver 2 departing 26.
Off we go after takeoff. Checklist is complete. Lovely stuff. Alright, so let's see. This lighting stuff. What does it change? I don't see much changing, honestly. Maybe because it's still a lot of daytime? Maybe? The call button is pretty cool. And let's see, here's the seatbelt sign and no smoking. I wonder if we switch it off, will it change? Oh yeah, it will. Cool. But we're gonna leave it on. Now I can set 270. Alright, let's see what was there. Oh, I can move this. Really nice, okay. What is this? Nothing, probably. Nice sofa. I mean, as you enter on the plane, you have a sofa. This is the kitchen? Oh my god, this is amazing. Some champagne, would you like some champagne, guys? Oh, okay, this works. Oh, fancy. Alright, more lighting controls. That's the thing, I don't see any effect in lighting. Ah, okay, it's this one. What? Okay, I switched it on. And now you can move it. Alright, that's pretty neat. What does that do? Okay, it closes the thing. Ooh, okay, so we can just press on it, it will close it. Nice. Bottle of water. Oh, look at that. Close the door. Open the table. That's pretty neat. Look at that. Incredible. Alright, that's light controls again. Yep. That's the table again. Probably that should work. Nope, this one doesn't work for some reason. Okay. That's Marco, by the way. Nice. Table. Oh, okay, I see a little bit of light on the couch. That's probably because of the daytime. Let me change it to Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's cool. That's cozy. Can I move it? Wait. No, that's... Can't move this one. Alright, fine. That scared me. Is everything okay? Ah, wait, no, that was, what? Somebody subscribed? What was that notification? I thought that was the real plane. That scared me. I'm gonna watch the replay of the stream. What was that? Wait. That's 26,000. Look at this, man. This looks... Oh, the lights on the floor is amazing. I guess I missed it again. There's no notification though. From where was the sound then? Oh, there's a door here as well. Maybe I called it? I didn't notice. The sofa is there for you. Once you've seen the gas prices, you have to sit down first. True. Absolutely true. And this is pretty cool. UTC time, departure, destination, arrival time, and the ground speed, or altitude. And we can actually go to Abby tab and browser, and oh my god, yes, I want to try this. Wait, I want to try this. I never tried it. I hope this will not crash my sim, but I want to try this. Of course I'm going to reject you. YouTube. Yes, I'm not a robot. Oh god. 1, 2, cars. Do you see cars? I see there, I see there. I think that's it. Alright, we successfully verified we're not a robot. Lineage TV. Okay, let me find myself. God damn it. Oh god, yes, I forgot there's this channel. Okay, let me do it slightly differently. I hope this works. Yay! It works! Oh no! No! We can't see it! You can use YouTube's latest features. Well, then I want it! Ah. I wanted to do some Inception stuff. No. All right, wait. We'll leave it. We'll leave it waiting. Let's see what there's more here. Okay, more seats. Oh boy, that's lagging. Whoa! Stop lagging. It's probably because of the browser. Let's try it again. Can I open just like videos?
92% of people who have...
Yes, it shows ads though. No, why? It's probably just because of the oh my god.
Hola.
Of the live stream. All right, but this is pretty cool. Let's take a seat. Wait, let me just check where we are. 36,000 feet we are. Fastest will sign off. Let's go 3 degrees descent, so performance descent, change this to 3 degrees. That's better, that gives us a little bit of time. Low auto brake, because I know that's what I want. And I think we were on this room. Yes, we were. Perfect, skip. Stupid suggestions. Alright, we are almost doing an Inception. We are watching this channel on this channel. That's pretty neat. Okay, I'll let it hold. I'll let it work. I can close the table. Oh, it goes down on the floor? What? Nice. You know what would be nice too? To let the seats recline and transform to a bed. That would be pretty nice. Alright, and of course the best part for me is the bed. I mean, it's literally it's a bed. It is a bed on a plane. Wait, can I have a tab? Oh yeah, it's the same. Perfect. So let's just lay down here. Just thinking that real people do this is quite amazing. Are you serious? This is pretty nice. Imagine you aboard a flight and the in-flight movie is the pilot only YouTube videos. Yeah, doing a live stream from the flight. Alright, looks like the live is not playing, unfortunately. By the way, if you are a member of the channel, you will be able to see all of these videos. It does play the bloody ads, but it doesn't play the video. That's not fair. YouTube being YouTube. Can I change the quality to like potato quality? Maybe that will help. Nope. Nope. Doesn't look like. Fine. We tried it. We tried it. I can close Avi tab. I can go back to Lineage TV. But that was pretty cool. Still. This is impressive. Some more papers. Why is there an Emirates? Is this a teaser? Teasing people at Emirates, like this is a luxury. And... oh, I can't go there. No, there is an invisible wall. Wait, there is no toilet here. Marco, you have to do the toilet, man. You did all of this, but there is no toilet? I'm disappointed. I can't go there. Nice mirror, but there is no toilet. No. Oh, I'm out of that sim. Thank you for notifying me. All right, we did check. Denver Center, descend and maintain 3000. Flight level 320. No separation. But do we have anybody there? No, I don't see anybody there. Ground, tower, that is it. Visual ILS runway 16 left, visual ILS runway 17. Well, I'm gonna do the RNAV anyways. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna ignore that. No toilet. Yeah, that's actually a shame. I'd love to get a toilet there. I think it would fit the plane just perfectly. Alright, 34, let's go. 34. Let's go 34 200s. Flaps 5, runway 17. Check the weather. But still, that's pretty cool. You can close this. METAR 130 at 8. 3031. And I forgot to check the temp. Temp is 8. Compute. Syncrash Flyer, tell Marco we don't care about flight dynamics and stuff, we want a toilet. Yes, I want a toilet. Oh my god, no. Oh, what the hell is that? Caution? For what? Caution, but for what? There's nothing wrong with the plane. There is nothing wrong with the plane. Why did it start it? I don't know. Anyways, send to FMS. Data link, load the V-speeds. Leave this on radio. Let's go. Performance, landing. V-speeds are here. Landing in it. Flaps 5 are in. NPA and Cat 1, yes. Perfect. That's all set. Leave it on the flight plan. Done. Auto brake low. Sounds good to me. 1228. Let me check. Salt Lake City Tower 119.1. No, 119.05. 119.05. Love this function. Done, and that's about it. I think it's briefing time, guys. Like a very simple briefing, just to make sure we actually we have the right mindset. So let's go. Arrival briefing status looking good. We have the weird caution right now, but so far nothing significant. The weather in Salt Lake is absolutely amazing. Good visibility, light wind. Great stuff. No temps of fine, no anti-ice. Terrain radar is on. Top of descent is within 60 miles. And we are arriving directly to Tukte. Initial approach fix. Basically, I'm giving myself space to line up with the runway. So that's good. Basic restrictions, we have to be, I'd like to be below 250 on that waypoint there. And reduce it above 11,000 feet, then monitoring accordingly. Our LPV section starts at Tiful because we have the Maltese cross there, and no holds. Approach runway is, well, runway is 17 strike. Go around, missed approach, climb to 4,700, then climb to 10,000, direct to Foxtrot uniform, 4 tack and hold. Pretty simple, radio nav's not required. Alternate is very close to us. It's like real close. It's Provo. I think we flew there. I don't remember on what. It was either the King Air or the Seneca. I think I did some tutorial there. Anyways, but that's fine. Config and distance, we have flaps 5, and our VAP is going to be 125 because I didn't really like the bounce we did just a couple of moments ago. Auto brake's going to be low, reverse normal, and we will be vacating at the very end of the runway, turning left to the main ramp there, the general aviation ramp. Other than that, no special considerations, no abnormals. Brief complete. That was pretty simple. Let's check how the light looks now with the default light. Actually about the same. Natural is a little bit darker even, but I like it. Look at this. I like the way the cockpit looks. Really good. Whoa, spaceship. Screenshot time. Wait, of course we need to turn on the logo light. No. Logo light is too strong. Oh yes, look at that. I like that. That is lovely. We need the screenshots up at Discord. What's that? Do you mean competition? Because if it's gonna be competition, I think you will win. Or at least you have very high chances of winning, because your screenshots are amazing all the time. And I really like this cockpit. A competition, yes. Well, in that case, I think I'd need to offer something in return. And right now, I'm still not in position to do it, so I'd wait, you know. I'd rather wait. And once I get into position to maybe make a screenshot competition and then get you something, guys, in return as the winner, I think that'd be pretty fun. Did I forget to change to standard? Oh no! Oh no! Guys, you are my co-pilots, how did you forget? And we need to set the minimus as well. We didn't brief that. LPV minimus 200 on the radio. Done. Ay ay ay. We were watching the TV in the back, sorry. I see you were. I totally see you were there. Man, look at this livery, it looks really nice. And that yellow is like glowing in the dark. Where's the bed? Something went wrong. Well, I see. I wonder if I need to, I can read the chat through here. I was on the bed. Everybody was on the bed. So there's like, there is a waiting list of people to try to sit on the bed. Where's the light controls for the bed? Can I? Oh my God! Look at this. You can. This is like the reading light. Are you kidding me? Where's the light control for the bed? I'd like to know though. Maybe here? Nope. I don't know where is the light control for this. Like, what if I want to put no lights here? Ah, there we go. Ooh, cozy. Wait, can we close the door? We can! Holy shit! Are you kidding me? This is ultimate privacy. Wait, can I can close that light as well? Switch it off? No, I'll leave the shades open. No way. That's actually cozy. And I'd love to switch the light off as well. The TV off, I mean. This is pretty cool. No light, close the door. Well, you're gonna fall asleep immediately. Alright, back into the pilot's seat. That's what matters. Let's go reset the MCP altitude, 11,000. Set. I want to see if it does a good job descending now, again. Ground is there, tower is there. Oh my God, the tower description has a link for how's my driving. That's probably for the tower stuff, and then a point for radio checks are $20 each. I mean, I could show you this. This is pretty fun. Say hello during cross the land. YouTube. Oh wait. Josh flies YouTube. Josh flies YouTube. Let's see. I'm not sure that's him. Yeah, that's not him. Never mind, we tried it. We tried it. Alright, the path is on. So that's good. Let's do the descent checklist. Descent approach briefing is complete. Minimum set. Landing data is set. ECOS is checked. Fasten seatbelt sign is on now. And there is the path. The airplane is starting to descend, so I guess that there was a bug. So now it is working nicely. We are arriving from the high side of terrain. We do have some peaks of 9,570. Their MSA is 13,000, so we will be paying attention to that. And now we go. I want to know what's the CTAF for Salt Lake. 119,050. Oh well, that's the ATC. That's the tower. No traffic coming in, so that looks good. And I wish we had a ground chart for the taxi part. Unfortunately, we do not have it. So I guess we could be using... Could we use Avitab? Let's see. Oh, that was a lot of zoom out. Zoom in, zoom in. I wonder if it will show the drawing of the airport, like the runways. Actually, kinda. Just not the yeah, just not the names, but that's pretty cool. Alright, I'm gonna leave this on landing performance, and I'm gonna just simply zoom in and use this here. I like to go here on November and park here on this empty space. Heading sync. Around is 123775. I feel like Emil is catching up with us. So far, so good. Pretty beautiful approach. The elevation of Salt Lake, 4,231. That's a lot as well. I'll probably turn on the lights as we pass 14,000 feet, because that's going to be 10,000 feet above the aerodrome level. nice looking. One more check of the weather for me. 3031. And just another check of the ATIS. It is really big. Information whiskey. 1208, 10 miles, temperature 8, 3031. Visual ILS approaching use, landing visual ILS 16 right, visual ILS 16 left, visual ILS 17. Current runnings 16 right, 16 left, 17. VFR departures, contact Charlie Delta. What is that? Clearance delivery with direction of flight and expect assignment of a published VFR transition bird activity, no TAMS. Airport surface detection system in use. Operate transponder with altitude reporting on airport surface. Non-jet VFR arrivals and departure. Expect assignment of a published VFR transition. IFR departure. Expect the pre-departure clearance via private message. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Simultaneous approach and use. Advise you have information whiskey. Sounds totally good to me. And I like how dark it is. I mean, you kind of can't see the lake. You kind of can't see the mountains, but it's that level of darkness where you kind of start to mix up things. I really like it. So we are approaching transition level. I'm going to change that already. 3031. Changed. Probably loading some airport stuff. I think Salt Lake is there. Yep. I wish I could check the ramp. Let me try if I can do this. Zoom, 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 zoom. Stop here. Almost there. We'll have to fly a little bit to check. So if we land runway 17, runway 17 is right here. Is that right? Yep, 17. Here's the military part. And I'd like to go all the way here. And I would totally park here. I wonder, is this static or is this someone? I think this is someone. But I can park here on 2-4. And I could just stay here. That would be better. Kilo 1. Or that was Kilo India. Oh no! Was that Kilo 1 or Kilo India? It doesn't say here. Alright, manual speed, we need to start to slow down. Otherwise we will be very, 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 very tight there on that turn. $18,000. Man, look at that! Holy, that's beautiful. Screenshot. Are you kidding? That's beautiful. And we are starting to slow down. I wish X-Plane would actually load the entire lights. That'd be so much more nice than just until a certain point, but not much we can do. There's one airplane. This guy's going to Denver, just departed out of Salt Lake. I wonder if we could see him. Oh, he's already passed me. There's left-hand turn. It looks absolutely amazing. Screenshot. What was that? Ah, that was the cockpit seat. Alright. And we're basically on a long final now. 30 miles to go for the field. Not sure why the path changed there, but okay. Did a nice turn there. I don't have any flaps, so that's fine. 119.050 is set, he's still online. I just want the airplane to slow down a bit more. Should be able to see Emil. I don't see him. Okay, past 14,000, sterile switch on, landing lights on, logo and inspection lights on. Approach checklist is complete. It looks really nice, tell me. Doesn't it? Beautiful plane. There's 11,000. Let's skip the descent. Set 6,000. Let me see. The go around was 10,000. Looks good. Speed is looking good. Still have time. Those lights though. Just trying to see if I find Emil. But I'm not seeing him. $20 miles to go, wind is good. Try to take a screenshot here. That looks amazing. Yeah, but no lights on the city. Ugh.
Salt Lake City Tower, Delta 1431, holding 416 right.
Let's go flaps 1.
1431, Salt Lake Tower, the land 120 at 8, 16, everything open. 16 right, left, take off Delta 1431.
Roughly 15 miles out. Salt Lake City Tower, hello, Golden 1 is on the R near the Yankee running 17.
Salt Lake Tower, wind 120 at 8, 17, clear land.
Running 17, third land, Golden 1. And Salt Lake City Tower, Golden One, I'd like to advise, I'd like to vacate at the end of the runway via the left to the ramp. This is a private jet.
Golden One, that's the cruise request next to Kilo.
Approved via Kilo, Golden One, thank you very much. Good stuff, we are approved to do as we briefed, so that's excellent. Passing 7,000, and I wonder if I arm the approach now. There we go, LPV, glide path is armed. There's the glide path. Very nice. Absolutely beautiful. Alright, let's try to do a nice landing, because that landing at Rifle was just awful. Speed 180 knots, I'll keep that for now. Actually kind of slow down a bit too much. Let's go around altitude 10,000 feet is set. $2,500.
For heavy monitor unit copy.
Speed was 121, we're gonna do 126. Speed is checked, flaps 2. And let's go 2000, gear down, lights on. Speed is checked, flaps 3. Let's go 130. Laps 4. And laps 5. Landing checklist. Cabin crew. Advised. Auto throttle is on speed, gear is down 3 green. Slat and flap on 5, ECAS checked. Landing checklist is complete. Yeah, 127, 128. 128 is what I want.
Silver 2, Salt Lake Tower. Salt Lake City Tower, hello, Silver 2. Establish your RV.
1,000.
Stabilized.
Autopilot, throttle.
Autopilot,
Throttle.
autofill off.
Tower, going 120 only 17, number 2, bit delay on traffic on about a 2-mile mile. Copy, traffic inside, clear to land, 179, for information, walk go to the left as well, 212. Alright, so just exit at Kilo 1. Let's go, we'll exit at Kilo 1 to number 2.
Beautiful. There we go, guys, and that's LPV approaches for you. I hope you enjoyed this. So just need to put this bird on the ground safely. Don't forget to hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. For more oh Jesus. For more content and more adventures. Looking good on the path.
Approaching minimums.
Check. See how close are the minimums? That's basically ILS level.
Minimums.
Continue.
Minimum 200.
Wind is from the left.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Oh yeah, that's a bug. Touchdown, a bit off center line, but that's fine. Reverse is normal. Ground spoilers, reverse is normal. Let's go reverses off early. Manual
Auto
braking.
brake.
Start the chrono. It's really weird the way the sounds change. Alright, here we go. Let's vacate. Start the APU. Flaps up. The terrain radar off. Strobe off, inspection off, clear left, clear right.
Golden 1, you can contact on the ground now, 123.775, see you later.
123.775, Golden 1, thank you, bye bye. Salt Lake City ground, hello, Golden 1, just vacated by Kilo 1 here to the ramp. I would like to park on present position if possible.
Yep, Golden 1, that's fine, straight ahead to park.
Straight ahead to parking, Golden 1, thank you very much. Very, very good. And we're gonna turn here.
And ground November 192.
Stop here.
For
Parking brake is set. We got 2 minutes on the clock, we have to wait a little bit more.
Number 192.
We need the APU as well.
What's your aircraft type and going aboard?
Lights are off, I can switch on the dome light. Wait for the APU, brake temps are looking good. And there's the APU. APU is available. How much time? 2 minutes. Just wait until 2.5 minutes. And then we shut down. There we go. Very well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Post flight is done. Ground services. We're going to connect GPU. For passenger, air stairs, cargo is going to go on, ground objects. Connect the GPU and disconnect the APU. Great stuff. After landing is complete. Almost. Stream centered.
Delta 1081, contact tower 119.05. Have a safe flight.
After landing checklist is complete.
Thank you, sir.
Alright guys, let's wait for Emil's landing. Oh wow. This looks really nice.
And when actually we have manned equipment.
That was looking really nice. Where's Emil? Let's see. Oh, he's already vacating. Good.
Number 100 Juliet, squawk 4143.
So, yeah. Let's just call the guys to let them know that we vacated. And ground Golden 1 will be shutting down. Thank you very much for your service. Good night.
Good night. November 19 Juliet.
Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed this little live stream showcasing the Embraer Lineage 1000 for X-Plane from xCrafts. Really nice airplane, I'm impressed. It's a bit dark here, let me add a bit of light so you guys can actually see the plane. It has now this cool feature of the LPV feature, capability should I say, and it's really, really amazing. I hope you enjoyed that little theoretical part about this approach capability. So yeah, I hope I'll see you next week for some more adventures. Not sure actually what I'll be doing next week, but it should be something interesting, and really, really happy for the way that this airplane behaved today, because lately, I mean, there was always some kind of weird bug all the time, and that was kind of disappointing, but looks
to,
like it's really maturing and growing, and that's really good. So good job on Marco and team. Amazing add-on. I know it can be even better, like a lot better, like probably 10 times better, but what we have right now is already not bad. So yeah, guys, thank you very much for being here. Thank you, Emil, for flying with me. If you enjoyed this video, actually let me change this to morning time, because this way we'll have the lights on this side of the airplane and it will look even better, like that. Yeah, this looks pretty cool. And yeah, I'll see you next week for more aviation adventures here on the channel. So bye bye everyone, have a good week, thank you for being here, you are the best.